Hi, I'm Amy from Amy's Healthy Baking. Here in my kitchen, I like to share recipes that are lightened up and full of flavor. Today, I'm making maple pecan oatmeal cookies. They're really soft and chewy with plenty of sweet, comforting maple flavor and nuts throughout. So if you're ready to bake, let's get started. This recipe begins with two of my pantry staples, Bob's Red Mill quick cooking oats and whole wheat flour. Quick cooking oats are smaller and thinner than old-fashioned rolled oats. This means they soften faster, which gives your cookies a really nice chewy texture. Next, you'll add some cinnamon for a subtle background warmth, and some baking powder and salts. Then you'll whisk these together. Time for the next step. In this bowl, I have a small amount of melted butter. For a dairy-free option, melted coconut oil also works. Then you'll whisk in an egg. Next, you'll stir in pure maple syrup. When I was little, I used to douse my pancakes, waffles, and French toast with it, but it wasn't until later in life that I realized you can use maple syrup in lots of other ways. Now I've used it to make cookies, brownies, cakes, cupcakes, muffins, quick bread scones, and so much more. Next, you'll stir in maple extract. The maple syrup adds lots of sweetness, but it tends to have a more subtle maple flavor. Adding the extract really boosts that sweet, comforting maple taste. Now you'll stir in the oat mixture. And finally, fold in the pecans. Right now, the cookie dough is pretty sticky, so you'll chill it before baking. Chilling helps stiffen the cookie dough, and it also makes it easier to work with. So I'll pop this in the fridge right now. I've lined a baking sheet with a silicone baking mat. If you don't have one, parchment paper also works. Then you'll transfer the cookie dough onto this. I just use a spoon and spatula to do this. No special equipment. You'll also flatten the cookie dough some before baking. This gives it a spreading head start. One of the most common questions I receive is, how do you make your cookies so round? No special equipment here either. I just use a spatula and a little patience. I set aside some pecans earlier to press into the tops. I think it makes for a pretty finishing touch. Time to bake. I have one more trick for nice round cookies. As soon as you pull them out of the oven, use a butter knife to gently smooth out any lopsided edges. Just remember, you need to do this when the cookies are still piping hot before they start to cool. Then you'll let the cookies cool for a few minutes before transferring to a wire rack. And now it's time for the final step, the taste test. So chewy with lots of soft oats. You can really taste the sweet, comforting maple flavor and the subtle warmth from the cinnamon in the background. And the pecans add a nice pop of flavor and crunch. Now all that's missing is a glass of milk and maybe a second cookie to go with it. Remember to subscribe to my channel for more delicious, lightened up recipes. You can find a printable version of this recipe on my website, amyshealthybaking.com. And when you make these cookies, please leave me a comment and tell me what you think. I always love to hear from you. Focus right here on the cookie. camera. Work with me here.